Hey guys, this is Colin with That One Car Channel, and today we're reviewing my friend's 2016 Honda Civic sedan. Alright, two specific options I would like to point out. If you look closely, you can see a sensor here and a sensor up here. Now what those do is they work together for the adaptive cruise control and the lane sensors. And essentially what the lane sensors do is it'll tell you if you're going out of the lane, and if you have a certain button on, it'll even correct you back into the lane. And with the adaptive cruise control, it'll sense how far away the car or a trailer is in front of you and keep you a special distance away from that while you're on cruise control. Hey, I got my good friend Victor here with me, and we're going to do a little bit of the backseat space test. So I'm a pretty tall guy. I'm about 6'4", so let's see how well I fit. So starting out, it is pretty comfortable. I have a good bit of legroom. Keep in mind though, the seats are all the way up. Let's see how well I fit when he pushes the seat back. This is about midway between the railings, and I still got a good 6 inches of legroom.
There it is.
And this is all the way back. So if you see, I still got some legroom. Being a tall guy, I'm still gonna fit in the back of this car. Now, let's take it for a road test. So for what this car is and the price you pay, you really notice that it'll grab the road around turns. And it feels fast, quite honestly.
It really does, and you're not especially low to the ground, but it really does feel like an integral part of driving, being low to the ground and feeling one with the car. As far as it goes, it doesn't take that long with this car.
And the steering, it's pretty reactive. Like you turn and it's gonna turn. I guess I'm just used to in my Jeep. You can wobble it all day and nothing happens, but...
Well, that's another thing. With the electronic steering, a lot of the wobbling that you'll experience, especially on highways, is kind of deadened. Of course, some car gurus hate the fact that they can't feel the road.
Yeah.
But for a daily car, you don't want to have to fight the steering wheel.
Now, as far as interior goes, this is one of the nicer interior cars I've sat in for the price point. The steering wheel feels nice with this kind of pleather with a little bit of plastic up top. This cloth seats are pretty dang comfortable, if I would say so. And this electronic dash just looks amazing.
I was just making candor for the camera. Oh my god, here he goes again. Oh my god.
Alright, I'm not going to tell you guys how fast I just went, but...
It might have been in the 80s in a 25 or something like that, but no big deal.
Maybe. We're in Mexico, so it's all fine.
Yeah, the cops work for the cartels here, so...
As far as that went, I was going pretty high speed around a tight turn, and it just went. Like I said earlier, it just grabbed and went.
One thing I loved about it getting in the first time was the interior really does feel like that of a much nicer car.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Granted, a lot of the accents that are leather are fake leather or plastic, pleather.
Yeah.
But, even so, it really does look like a really nice car. And I didn't get the leather option on the seats because,
Money.
Heated seats and all that are a little bit pricey for what you get.
Yeah.
But I love the accents of the carbon gray with the black. I just think as far as that color scheme goes, it really does look good.
It really does. So one thing that's also cool is this infotainment system. It's really simple, really easy, and you can access almost anything in here. However, if you do go into your iTunes library in here, it can be incredibly distracting and can be a risk for maybe crashing.
Honestly, it's infinitely easier to just navigate through your music on the phone itself, and I don't know why you wouldn't.
And I totally agree with that. One thing that I find pretty cool about this car is the brake hold. There's a button right here that you can click, and like right now my foot's not even on the brake pedal and we're standing still.
Yeah, specifically on a morning commute or any sort of city driving, this feature has actually become one of my favorites in this car. Like, it's something, when the dealer explained it to me, I didn't think much of it, but in real life, the application of it is actually so nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not to mention another thing that I've always kind of had almost anxiety about at lights is the transfer between the brake and the gas, because I want it to be seamless, but I don't want to like lurch everyone in the car forward. This really helps with that transfer because you don't have to transfer off the gas and then, or off the brake to the gas. It's just a seamless transition.
Just flawless.
Flawless, like you.
Just like, oh, dang it. That's what I was gonna say.
You know what they say about great minds thinking alike.
Oh, yeah. Alright, that was a highway pull. I mean, not the most exciting thing, but for what it is, it's pretty nice.
You're in eco and standard drive, so
yeah.
Go.
This is weird.
Hold up.
It's keeping the turn. I don't know if I trust it.
It's gonna do it.
I know it's going to, I just don't know if I...
Trust it. It can do it.
What the heck?
It just did it! Oh my
This
God.
is an $18,000 car and it has this, and Teslas are just putting this in the cars.
Yeah.
That's
a weird feeling, isn't it?
So weird.
And honestly, for the price you pay, the fact that this thing can maintain lanes and has adaptive cruise control, brake hold, and an electronic parking brake, I mean, all of it just feels very much like a higher end car.
Oh yeah. I mean, these are like features that you don't get in a lot of standard cars that cost you way more money than this.
Yeah. Honda really outdid themselves this year, especially with design. I'm not sure you remember, but before like 2015, the Honda was pretty ugly. And then very shortly, you know, after 2016, they started selling like hotcakes because Honda completely revamped their whole entire line of average consumer cars.
I feel like they even lowered the prices a little bit.
They did, and honestly, the amount of rebates, especially at season's end and whatnot, make these cars highly affordable.
So Vic, you've put almost 7,000 miles on this car. How has it treated you so far?
In all honesty, I really can't think of much of a complaint. We drove it to Florida the other day for spring break. It's a 19-hour drive. We made it in 16, of course. And the only complaint I really had the whole entire time was the seats after a really extended period tend to hurt your back a little bit. But that's kind of similar with most cars.
Yeah, that's normal in about 90% of cars.
I mean, unless you're paying high-end dollar for all sorts of ergonomic seats and whatnot, you're not going to be comfortable after 16 hours in a car. So as far as stock goes, this is a great one.
Alright, so right on the highway, it's super comfortable. Suspension feels great. Like, there's a lot of bumps that I'm not feeling, which is exactly what
you'd expect from an everyday car.
And that was my review of this 2016 Honda Civic. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time.